CC, I was thinking you could shred through the Fredrin, but I feel like maybe Team Malaysia sneaking up the threat of that guard was maybe a little too much, and it's something that Razif can play as well. So as long as Team Malaysia decides to play the macro game instead of hand-shaking team fights that kind of not necessary sometimes, especially when Team Cambodia is the one that has a lot more pressure to basically take down the Lord and blitz down the Lord. Razif could have done permanent structure impact on damage on the other side.
Right now, last pick for Cambodia. They picked up the Lapu Lapu in the previous game. I think it worked out pretty well. The only change right here is they're facing up against Abaxia. Definitely Cambodia will suffer a little bit in the early game. You need someone to be able to chase up against this Benedetta. Sometimes you will pick...
Oh, wait. Is that a Barat's EXP lane? No, Fredrin EXP lane.
Fredrin EXP.
Yeah,
Fredrin EXP and them.
Yeah, Fredrin EXP lane. We haven't seen this in a while now. The flicker taunt to basically...
versus an immovable force is the summary for the draft that Malaysia and Cambodia are bringing to game number 2. Cambodia 1 game away from being in a very comfortable position in the first group.
Early game Benedetta versus the Barats, you're doing exactly like this. If you're Razif, you just start the proxying, you can rotate, and then after that you can start hard invading the jungle, enemy jungle, start taking away the small little beetles. Razif, look at where he is already. Man, Team Malaysia is really making a beeline for the orange buff. They noticed that the Fredrin is not in the purple buff at all. Yeah, they were trying to pull
Marcel away from the mid lane to give Amar an easier time. So Malaysia is still doing the same thing that they did in game number 1. It worked out very well. I think the late game execution could have been improved just quite a little bit. Barats definitely has to play catch up right here and right now. The purple buff is also in shambles. It's pulling it back with the meteors, holding on to Retribution. Doesn't have vision onto that one. Won't be able to steal it. Najan might be able to get punished for getting a little bit too close, and that is first blood over to Nem.
Nasan is like, okay, I wish I had a flicker there, but unfortunately it's a Retribution that is holding on. So I think that was a bit of a overcommittal over the side of Team Malaysia onto Team Cambodia. Bishop.
Ty forced to use the flicker out of the way. Nem not gonna let it slide. Level 3 doesn't have the taunt. He's got some time, Ty. Coming back into the fray, very risky play, down on low health.
Yeah, massive pickoff coming up from the side of Team Cambodia, right? The jungle going down for the side of Team Malaysia, and you also give the jungle kill over to side Team Cambodia. Man, that means that you're gonna get a lot more EXP on this team, on this Fredrin.
I think this Barats is also kind of a big brain hit coming in from Cambodia because it's pseudo anti-dive. Hisham draws a little bit closer. The dinosaur just eats you up, gobbles you up, and then just spits you out away from the rest of your team. So you have to play catch up right now.
And don't forget, as this dinosaur, you also do a lot of damage. And here we go, gobbling up.
Gobble up onto the wall. Hisham getting stunned up. That is the Mystic Laser just getting disrupted by Razif all the way in the back line. In Cambodia, it's trading 1-for-1.
And okay, Turtle given over side Team Malaysia as well, so that's Nasan redeeming himself. Amar still outputting some damage. Kyo right there getting terrifying. But you mentioned about this, right? Yeah, agreed. Baxia, sorry, not the Baxia, but hold up.
Oh, there's a 2-man knockup by Hisham, and that's the follow-up. Razif will take 2 for himself underneath the turret.
Yeah, it's a dive, and then you pick up 2 members. Man, Team Malaysia is really rolling it out, using the benefit of the early game advantage on the form of Amar and also Razif as well. Razif picking up 2 kills is absolutely wonderful. He's going to be able to snowball from that one. But you mentioned this, right? The last I checked, Cho cannot shun pull out of the Barat's tummy.
No, that is just basically you're locked down and you disappear from the map for just a couple of seconds. Take a look at the replay right here.
Yep, Nasan also joining the fray as well. Wow, amazing slow-mo, man.
Beautiful follow-up.
Coming up from Razif as well. Razif definitely going to be the main player, especially towards this bottom side in the EXP lane. The Barat is definitely going to be slower in terms of rotations, but he has decent wave clear because when he goes into his massive form, he's just going to stomp across all these minions.
I think for Cambodia, it's all about late game, late game, late game. You've got the skill potential, you got the damage, you've got the tank ability. It takes so much more and have to take apart their composition. It's basically building a death ball. They just have to find a way to try to keep up with the pace that Benedetta brings to the table.
Another thing about Daytona's welcome is that you can also gobble out Elton's in... Oh,
Hisham taking a little bit more. Let's bait it out the ultimate Blazing Duet. Buys a lot of time for Elton though. Hisham, so much prowess on this show.
Yeah, like I think that was just the right spot for and it's the thickest, like the thickest spot for you to run through. It seems like
true damage could burst him out, and he timed that perfectly.
Yeah, it's just amazing coming out from the side of Team Malaysia. But okay, enough glazing. Team Cambodia in a spot of trouble right here. It's going to be the Barats pulling on to the floor. The turn-off right now, got an hour already committed.
It's the Gord on the back line. Gonna swallow up, spit onto the wall. Fredrin is not there, no damage at all. Disrupted the Mystic Gush as Hisham tries to run away. Razif deals with that Fredrin on the backside. Cambodia struggling in the early game once again. Here is the rest of the Goon Squad, Malaysia. You have all 5 members right there, the Turtle Pit.
Of course, right? Team Malaysia, this is a very early game-centric kind of roster. You got the Benedetta, you got Nas Hunt on the box here, Amar as well. These are early game heroes that can just pop off in the early to mid. Now, the goal lead-wise is still sub 2K. You already got the Hunter Strike secured by the side of Razif as well. Barats, on the other hand, has to build an anti-Karas.
All the way from the backside, you go to Petrify. Won't be able to push anyone in. Amar actually goes down in under the turret, but able to just prance right on out of there.
Yep, items check as well. You've got, you know, Amar has the better items right here. Skip the boots for the glowing one, so that's also a key power spike for the side of Team Malaysia's mid laner for now. Cambodia, on the other hand, I think as long as they kind of limit the goal lead around 2K.
Mid-side, they landed on the Gord. Forced to use the Golden Hour to save himself. And Sovan, the spot bother able should get that recall.
Good. That's good play coming out from Razif, right? Even though right underneath the turret was able to slash away the structure, and then now you unlock Razif to start roaming even more freely around the map. Barats from the side of Team Cambodia, I like the idea, but I don't like it in the EXP. I'd rather put the EXP on the Fredrin instead. The Flicker Taunt, I would say, is a lot more impactful as compared to, you know, a Barats. Now, the Barats, you need to stack the you can stack the passive through your jungle, but because now you're a lane Barats, you cannot stack it through your jungle creeps.
Here's Nassan rolling in the deep, rolling up on top. Ty Odom gets 6 feet underground. There's the Mystic Gush. We'll be able to dash out of there. Cambodia in shambles right now.
Elton PTSD right there takes a huge chunk of damage, half HP from that Mystic Gush as well. But this proxying coming up from Team Malaysia is enabled because Razif is roaming around the map even more freely. And now don't forget, if the Barats roam around the map, there's nothing in between the mid and the bot. That means that he's going to become deflated very, very soon.
Next turtle spawning up in 10 seconds. Doesn't look like Malaysia or Cambodia wants to force this Lord fight. Oh, that's the Gush. That is the kill. Kyo falls once again.
Absolutely baited. Taking out Kyo is absolutely necessary. You really have to try to find a way to slow them down. Malaysia is 5 kills ahead, 3K as well. Daytona's welcome.
Daniel's welcome. Down to Najan. We'll be able to spit him out and away. The Mystic Gush once again. Hisham on the backside, trying to disrupt that team fight. We'll be able to do so. They're going to lock everyone in place. But Razif! That's a 2-man Petrify. Won't be enough damage to take both of them out. But Cambodia trying to fight back. Got Odom there as well. We got 5 men down the bottom side. The T1 and the mid side in shambles. Najan taking a lot of damage. Shredded out by Kyo. Nem trying to chase that charge, and the Princess Wrath for more than half health. Hilton eats a full sword to the face.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Greyhound churros, and if you notice how Cambodia is starting to pick up in terms of the damage as well, all because Kyo is already starting to join in these team fights, and Razif, right? There's no Electro Final Blow earlier just now, even though yes, that was amazing Petrify, but there's not a lot of follow-up coming from Team Malaysia.
For Malaysia, though, I felt like they played it to the T. Hisham disrupted the Mystic Gush. Cambodia needed to find a way to come back into these team fights. And this was the fight up on top right before the turtle. And yeah, we're back into the game. Yeah, but that being said, though, Hisham is still super annoying. There was not a lot of damage coming in from just the board alone. But that last team fight, I think they could fight back because with the Barats, with the Fredrin in tow, and with the damage, like you say, coming in from Kyo, they at least had a shot.
I think Kyo using the Purifier earlier was worth it. I prefer a Flicker, especially when, you know, Razif could just literally chase you down and, you know, just shred through you. I think the Flicker to gain a bit of more damage so that you can land your passive, that's A-okay. But, you know, Purifier can work, especially when you're dealing with Hisham. But I feel like Hisham's role is to try to deactivate Sovan on this Gord, which he did earlier just now, right? But ultimately from Team Malaysia, there's not enough follow-up coming up from them. Had Team Malaysia has a proper follow-up, man, Team Cambodia would have been deleted in that team fight.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think the biggest issue was for Malaysia, as much as they wanted to go for the main objectives, they needed the objectives to be able to win on these team fights as well, because the turtle gives extra buffs. And speaking of objectives, they're starting things off with the Lord, getting that reset, them leading the charge on the back line. They kicked in the wrong side. They put an hour roll, save him just for now, and there's a lot of light wheels, and that's the first. Resif won't be able to reach onto Keo, free hitting on the back line. This blading duet, immediately onto the carry, the Mystic Gush onto the front line. It's just a split fight, and Cambodia loses 3.
And that's the power spike coming over Team Malaysia as well. Amar picking up the laser, using it, throwing it back against Team Cambodia. There's too much damage that Team Cambodia was actually unable to swallow. And now, once again, this is a first Lord over the side of Team Malaysia. But look at the goal lead. It's only 3K. It's not too far apart. But hopefully Team Cambodia, I don't know, probably find a way as well to climb all the way back in. I think most of the goal is in the pockets of Razif right now, because if you take a look at the team fight as well, Sovan using the laser way too early. Amar just literally walks all the way there.
Yeah.
Opens it up, just immediately bursts on top of the blaze way coming out from Elton.
Of all the open routes at that corner, they took the Keo took the choke point instead of the back off point. I feel like Keo still wanted to stay in the midst of battle, but Malaysia was just too rough on the back line. Hisham, Razif was just taking turns and trying to deal as much disruption into the Mystic Gush as they can.
I feel Sovan has been really lagging in terms of positioning as his guard, right? Amar at the very least, because he's a Valentina, he's able to just dash into position and then open up the laser. But for this guard, you really need to walk. And oh man, this looks really sad for this Barats.
But we've been in this position before. Cambodia is always, you know, having a rough start to early game. And Malaysia is extremely dominant, extremely aggressive. The small Barats definitely will be an Achilles heel for Cambodia. Plating is gone. Bubbles bursted. Malaysia very disciplined this game around.
Yeah, definitely. You don't try to force it, especially when the members from Team Cambodia does have the wave clear. Don't forget, Barats, especially when he's on max stacks, can wave clear very quickly, and his damage scales according to his HP. Apart from that, there's also a potential wild bomb from the side of from the Gord as well, and then after that you just get lasered down to death. In terms of the marksman's wise, goalie in the favor of Elton right here, going towards a malefic gun as well. But for our friend on the carry, does have the 3 attack speed items. This is also when the carry is also quite dangerous already. He doesn't really need that much items compared to a Claw.
Ooh, Gretno's welcome also utilized the Shinpo. Disrupted the suppression right before the suppression, right before the go. As Cambodia still splitting their heads, and Malaysia knows that as long as Cambodia have 5 different heads and they're not together as one death ball, they are able to win 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, I feel like right now what Team Malaysia should do is really tie up the heads together. You know, like Hydra with 5 different heads. What they want, if Cambodia is allowed to basically exist as 5 heads straight ahead and spewing out, you know, all the fire and whatnot, yeah, they do a lot of damage.
Oh, Frederick taking a lot of hits. That is Elton. That's the 5. The kick, the Mr. Gush, Hisham in shambles, down by Keo. Cambodia leading the charge. There's a hyper risky play from that Frederick, and it was just one dot and full blast of the Appraiser's Rev and Oko onto the Claude.
Elton just disappeared right there. I believe that was what, Elton and max health?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Elton and max health. Just one dunk. Elton, what are you doing?
Beautiful. Beautiful from this Frederick. And this opens up so much opportunity to burst down this Lord. Nazan is still in the corner, though. Datnos welcome is right there. He might be able to swallow as Baxia gets a little bit close.
Right now, Baxia is starting to stack up. Amar does have the laser. Nazan not into, gets swallowed up.
That's the kick, and that's Datnos welcome. Double lasers coming. It's the Zafos. Amar, not enough hits, not enough damage. Cambodia fighting their way back again.
Man, Elton.
That's the final blow. And a taunt onto a Sim. Keo takes them down. The Golden Hour stuns both the Blaze. Elton's wide open, net falls. But it does not matter though. They do have that Lord, and Cambodia gets out of the way.
Yeah, and now because, you know, the lack of Elton earlier just now in the team fight, getting dunked by the French earlier just now, that was what? 80-0 in one shot. Elton standing right in front of the French and thinking that he can face tank. I don't think though, because Team Cambodia is starting to hurt against Team Malaysia right now, and now with the Lord Intel, Team Malaysia has to now play defense.
Good zone from Thai. Took down that T1. Lord marching down the bottom side. Cambodia has the upper hand right now. And the team fights, Malaysia are handshaking it. They have so much mobility, could just send Razif down onto the side lanes to try to get a potential split push. Look at the top side of Cambodia. One more hit to be cracked open.
Yeah, and now with the Lord coming in, best defense for the side team Cambodia right now is the best offense, right? They're going to have to send the Lord charging against Team Malaysia, and now they're also starting to uproot structures against Team Malaysia.
There's the laser getting initiated by Cam. A lot more hits this time around. That's the taunt coming in from Fredrin, taking a lot of hits. Lord still up. Razif on the top side though, they have to deal with the Benedetta in the macro game.
Finally, Razif is actually doing what I wanted him to do in the previous game, right? Put a bit of a time pressure against Team Cambodia, try to pull them apart because Cambodia together strong. But Team Malaysia, on the other hand, they know how to play the macro game by right because they've disrupted Razif.
Detton as well, come on to Nazan. That's a full laser and that's disrupted with the kick as well. Double golden hour, lock double down. And Cambodia trying to push everyone back, trying to turn anything around, but everyone's taking hits, no one's falling right now.
Yeah, but you can see like Amar is taking the golden hour instead.
Keo with the damage, melting everyone down. In back line, Hisham made a crucial mistake, trying to find that back. The Appraiser's Wrap won't land onto anyone. Nem has to get out of there.
Amar actually flickered right into the Appraiser's Wrap, had him at 0.1 milliseconds slower. He is actually going to set himself right into doom. But Team Malaysia at the very least was able to stabilize just a little bit, albeit losing bottom side. Currently both these two teams in a very equal situation, but you know, both of these two teams, you know how to was as of yet. Team Cambodia looking very strong as a death ball, whereas Team Malaysia, they can always send Razif up top to basically apply pressure where it's the open lane. Razif, I feel like he is thinking about it.
Malaysia's win condition is Elton just needs to be safe. He's always putting himself in a very vulnerable position. I know he likes to, like this. There's the damage welcome directly onto the claw. That's a lot of damage, and the laser shuts claw down. Cambodia opened up the floodgates. There's no more damage now, but look at Benedetta. Razif's trying to buy time in the mid side.
There's no minutes, right?
Cambodia won't take down this Lord.
Oh, there is?
They have to get that recall. So Van will be right there. Hisham trying to pull them all back. Lord will be taken down by Keo. Cambodia has to fight on against this Razif. He's doing so much work.
No, not good enough. Unfortunately, Team Cambodia is so far ahead. Elton eating that laser over and over again is proving to be an accurate team for the side of Team Malaysia as well. Odom on the chase, and now it's just 3 members left for the side of Team Malaysia. You can see TY Odom letting them go to hour, trying to slow down the retreat for Razif.
They got a fat wave, they got Keo, they got so much damage. This is targeting onto the throne. It might not be enough though. So much wave coming in, they have to wait for the Lord coming on the bottom side. Elton is already up online.
Man, that was not supposed to happen because Elton on this class should be able to get out away with the BMI and whatnot. Maybe also have to be a little bit careful with these damage. The bombs can always lay astray, and that's why you don't dance around the guard.
A fat wave coming down on the bottom side. Keo is right there. High, just in the midst of battle. They're sending Sovan back to deal with the wave that's pushing up on that top side. There's lockdown, there's immobilized. Cam taking a lot of damage. It's Cambodia on the back side. That's a Purifier already used out by Keo. He's keeping himself safe. He's doing so much damage, and that's the speedy light boost to take Hisham out.
And I am okay with how Team Malaysia is playing right now. Razif sent to basically around the open lane, and Team Cambodia decides to send the Gord away. Gord must be removed from the team fight at all costs. And the Razif right here, look at the laser, just threatening against Team Malaysia right now.
Shredding on the minions. Cambodia sending sights on the throne. They still got a fat wave. They're trying to disrupt this. Razif still has the electrifying blow. We'll be able to look for the backside. Speaking of backside, Elton with the blazing duet. Take a lot of damage. No! They took us out so far. They still got Carry. Carry's still right there. Still trying to buy some time. This is as well. Come on to Amar. Amar goes down on the backside though. Elton and Razif. It's against 2 versus 5 on the backside. It's Nan. Please the charge. That's the lockdown. That's immobilized. Pop that Purifier as well. They're still leading charge. There's a taunt up. Slowly but surely, Elton. A disasterly mistake.
The Keo has scaled out of control, and not just that. Mengong, as the Mirage, is massive right now. Nobody is actually able to take him down. The only person that can reliably take him down is gonna be Elton. If Elton throws himself like that, Team Cambodia is looking to win.
Backline on the brink. Cambodia, they don't really have a lot of help. right now. No minions for Rasif. That is the lasers. One more hit away. And it's on chasing duty. They pop the immortality, and it's all 5 men collapsing onto this Benedetta. They have a fat wave up on the bottom side, though Malaysia could have been able to buy themselves some time. Johnson just needs 8 more seconds.
The open wave for the side of Team Cambodia up top is actually preventing a lot of problems. And now, because they have forced to send Team the God all the way up, this is the time where they can try to make a play right here instead.
You don't have the gore, you don't have the magic damage. Hisham's on the back line. He's trying to find his way onto the Keo. Keo still has the immortality. You have to kill him twice. Hisham will find his way in, but he's already protected by 4 members. Dennis Welcome will be safe and sound. Immortality pops for Hisham. Nice timing, holding him back. Going out, will not lock down to anyone. It's Cambodia fighting his 4 members. The death fall will not be stopped. And they go straight for the throne. Elton is right there. He's dealing the blades in the wedge. He's going to win the crown.
We've cleared up.
The Prince Rap will clear up the minions.
Razif is back right here. Elton coming out and blazing away with the crown. But the laser!
Once again, Cambodia not giving up to the fight. You got the Lord down, trying to cycle it through. They don't need the Lord. All they need is Keo and sticking together as 5. That's the Fast and Furious for you. That's the Dennis Welcome. And that's the win. Cambodia 2-0.
Cambodia 2-0.